Hi, I'm the Rap Critic, and this video was a Patreon request by Josh Spicer. And if you'd like to also request songs for me to review, plus get episodes early for only $1, go to my Patreon page here. So, I've never reviewed a Christian rapper before. I'm sure I've reviewed rappers that are Christian, but I don't think there's been anyone whose Christianity is integral to their musical identity. Now, for full disclosure, I actually am a Christian, but I usually don't listen to Christian versions of modern genres, usually because they sound kinda...
I love God. You don't love God? What's wrong with you?
Yeah. Seriously, look at this.
Love him, love him up, love him up, love him, love him, love him, love him.
This was the big Christian rap song that went viral last year. And sure, you could look at it as having a bit of fun, just doing a trap rap Christian rap song for the novelty. I mean, this isn't an actual rapper, this is one of the singers from Mary Mary. But see, it's still actively fulfilling the holier-than-thou stereotype that people have come to implicitly associate with outspoken religious folk. I mean, to say, I love God, but you don't love God? Well, what's wrong with you? That's a direct parallel of the same cutesy, condescending, but sometimes dangerously mean-spirited mentality we've seen from overzealous Christians our whole lives. And it doesn't guide people into your religion, it only serves to pat yourself on the back and make you feel good for being right. But I get it, this music isn't for you, the average person going through their struggles. No, it's quite literally preaching to the choir. It's not trying to be a light for those struggling in faith. It's a self-congratulatory circle jerk anthem for those who feel that their religion saved them from any spiritual damnation. And to all outsiders, it basically looks like, na 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 boo boo, I chose the right religion. In fact, I could say I've gotten closer to spiritual enlightenment musically through more secular artists than through Christian ones. With Christian artists, the path is a little too clear. They never really get their hands dirty in the details of their struggles with human desires. At the end of the day, they never sound like they're actually not sure that they're gonna make it into heaven, you feel me? Maybe there's some deep album cuts I'm missing, but it always sounds like they're so sure of themselves all the time. When have you heard a Christian rapper actually sound like they're struggling with their faith? I'll put it to you like this. Kendrick Lamar's stories on his last two albums, Good Kid, Mad City and To Pimp a Butterfly, are complex and winding, but ultimately uniquely Christian narratives that deliver their message not through the expected Christian lens, but through a human lens, facing the dark edges of life that can destroy you, and pulling through them, so his victory feels earned, and his faith in Christ feels like it had to weather a storm to get where it is. But with Christian rap, I never truly hear that despair. That humanity that lets me know you're a fellow human lost on your way as well. I say all that to say, this week, the guy I'm reviewing, NF, oh, he's supposed to be different. From his own mouth, he says he's not a Christian rapper. I don't know what a Christian rapper is, he says. I'm just an artist who makes music for everybody. Okay, I'm gonna call bullshit on that. Look, it's okay to say you don't label yourself as a Christian rapper, but don't play stupid and act like you just plumb don't know what Christian rap is. No, that sounds like a specific talking point passed down to him by a PR guy trying to get him out of the stigma of being a Christian rapper. But okay, this was the song requested for me to review, so this guy's gonna be different, right? Well, let's see.
Will somebody get the body bags? We're going with the beats in them now. Put the MCs in them, season them. Put them on a beat with me, then I'm eating them.
Oh, so this is gonna be a brag rap song.
Get away from the table, you rappers ain't hungry enough. You rappers ain't hungry like us. They talk about me like I'm here, they talk about you like you was.
Are we sure this is a Christian rapper? Well, he's been #1 on the Billboard's Christian album charts, so he has to be, right? But we're a couple lines in and he hasn't said anything about God yet. Huh, maybe he doesn't know what a Christian rapper is.
A nurse came into my room, she told me I'm sick in the head. I'm in hip-hop, hospital bed with a pad and a pen and a brace on my neck.
So you're saying you're sick in the head as like a play on words of being like a dope rapper, but you've also got a neck injury? I just don't get how the brace around your neck has anything to do with you being a dope rapper. I mean, usually people make references to diseases or viruses when they're talking about being ill. That doesn't really translate as well if you're using a physical injury to brag about being a dope rapper. No one would say, I'm so ill, my arm is broken. That just sounds like you got beat up.
You ain't never been on my level, I got a problem with the way people talking and acting like everybody gonna get it, better sleep with your eyes open.
You know, people have said that this guy is Eminem light. And yeah, I kinda see it. Like, he raps kinda fast, but he doesn't really string together too many multisyllabic rhymes to make it actually impressive. And he has a little intensity in his voice, but not to the point where it's actually threatening.
You're better off playing Russian roulette than coming in the booth to me, cause I get a little bit intense. I'm like, who's next?
Like, for instance, he says here, you're better off playing Russian roulette than come in the booth with me. And I was thinking he was going to follow that up with something like, because at least in that game there's a chance you'll survive, or something menacing like that. But no, instead he says, because I get a little bit intense and say, who's next? Is that incredible to you guys? Oh no, don't mess with him. If you do, he'll get a little bit intense when he shouts, who's next at you? I mean, it's a little rude, but it's not exactly making me run for the hills.
Them rappers that coming upon me, I cut up the ladder and I told them bye-bye. What you looking for, a high five? Nice try!
Okay, I actually like this line. Because of the cheeky kiss-off that he pulls here. Basically saying that, you know, after you're cut off a ladder, one would of course reach out their hand to ask for your assistance. But here, he's playfully misinterpreting the outstretched hand as a congratulatory high five for his success. Because the joke is, you couldn't possibly be reaching your hand out because you want me to help you up. Because yeah, I'm totally not gonna do that.
Do not believe everything that you read on the internet. I do not know who your dentist is, but he should clean out your mouth. Don't call me a seller.
And we're back to the lukewarm lyrics again. So, you think a dentist should clean out a guy's mouth because he called you a sellout? It's not the worst thing someone could call you. I mean, artistically, maybe, but it's not a curse word or anything. Why would you bring in the whole dentist cleaning out your mouth thing if you weren't gonna go anywhere with that? Maybe that's just me, but that sounded like a specific build-up for something. Like, maybe he was gonna say something about people who wear grills on their teeth. Or maybe he was gonna use some wordplay about crowns and relating it to being the king of hip-hop. I don't know. But to just say, your dentist should clean up your mouth because you called me a sellout, yeah, it's not really that compelling.
They like, Nay, what's it like to be famous? I'll let you know if I make it. Yeah.
Okay, so is the joke that he doesn't know that he's famous? Because he definitely is. I mean, he's got plenty of videos on YouTube that have about 1 million views each. So you can't just play dumb and act like you don't know that. Maybe if he said, I'm not famous enough yet, that'd be at least acknowledging that he doesn't feel satisfied with how far he came. Because, I mean, you have to be at least a little famous for someone to be asking you that question in the first place. Or else they wouldn't be asking you.
Cause you know I'm real with it. Don't care if you're feeling it, I'm feeling it. You don't like it to deal with it. And if God ain't real is it?
Oh yeah, he's supposed to be a Christian rapper. I almost forgot.
I'm a doctor with no job, me, I don't have no patience.
Did you really just say that? You've got to be kidding me, right? Is this like the first rap song you've ever written? Maybe this is just because I've listened to a lot of rap songs, but the I'm like a bad doctor, I've got no patience line, yeah, that's been played out for years.
I'm like a struggling doctor, no patience.
We ain't got no patience cause we ain't no doctors.
I'm signed to the doctor, I ain't got no patience. I'm like a doctor that lost his license, I got no patience.
And I am not no doctor cause I ain't got no patience.
Got no patience, cause I'm not a doctor.
Hell, I thought Childish Gambino was saying it in this song specifically because it was corny. Especially with how he follows it up.
Go, why is you lying? Girl, why you move faster?
But here, in this NF song, nah, he was using that because he just thought this lyric would blow your mind. Look, if the turn of phrase you're using has been used as a rap lyrics 101 example of wordplay, that's not a rhyme you should insert into your I'm a badass rap song to impress me. And if this is blowing your mind, can I ask you to check out something real quick? Just go to this link. Just listen to this song. I know it's blatant promotion, but if this is blowing you away, man, oh boy, I've got some lyrics for that ass. But yeah, I just don't see what people are seeing in this guy.
Tell me what am I doing?
Honestly, I don't know. No, for real, what is he doing in this video? Like, is he supposed to be in a crashed plane? If so, it doesn't really look like that bad of a crash. There's no dead bodies or burning chairs or anything. Is it, like, still falling out of the sky? I mean, his hair is blowing, so I figured that's what's happening, but where is everybody? Is it like the Rapture? And then he pulls out big knives and chainsaws. Two things I'm pretty sure are not allowed on planes. And brandishes them, like, semi-menacingly, but he doesn't really do anything with them. He doesn't even turn on the chainsaw. He just walks with it safely by his side for a second, and then puts it down. Man, you really are Eminem-like. At least he'd rev it up and wear a Jason mask every now and then. Like, hearing this music and looking at how angry he's trying to be, I feel like it's supposed to be really intense, but I'm not getting that at all here. They really want to depict him as lashing out his anger, but the most he does is pick up a chair and then put it down. And then, in the end, it was all a dream and everything was fine.
Are we on a plane?
I don't get it. What's the joke supposed to be? Has he never seen the inside of a plane before? That's not really compelling enough to be notable, which is kind of what's wrong with this whole song. You know, I didn't think I'd be doing this, but yeah, I gotta give this a 0 out of 5. I wanted to give him points for being a Christian rapper who's not just talking the same God is great and he'll do everything and I'm so great because I love him, but it's way too nondescript to be our introduction to his struggle, and it plays way too safe to be a song about him being a lyrical badass. It's just kind of watered down and not really that interesting to me. Maybe if there was more mention of God's role in his life, that could have added some flavor to him as a unique character. But with that downplayed as well, his personality seems muted, all bark and no bite, vague mentions of struggle, but nothing intricate or concrete enough to personally connect to. If you guys find this cool, then yeah, check it out, but for me, it just doesn't pull me in enough. Well, I'm the Rap Critic. You don't have to like my opinion, but I don't have to like your song.